Hey everybody, this is Daniel Travel,
Emmanuel Morel.
and we are the group Bothersome Truth, and we're going to jump right in today. Today we're talking about Jill Stein and what's happened with her this week as far as endorsements, donations, and everything. Talk to us about it. What's going on?
Oh, yeah. So, as everybody recalled, much to my dismay, and many Bernie supporters' dismay, especially if you're Bernie or bust, basically if you care about the issues and stuff and that kind of thing.
It's
like
time
policy,
to bust.
if policy is important to you, then right now you're sort of in a contentious debate. That's a Hillary quote, with Hillary supporters and, unfortunately now, even Bernie supporters, over whether or not you should fall in line and support Hillary Clinton. In fact, they were battering Bernie Sanders for weeks. They were falling in line into Hillary Clinton bill. I almost said Hillary Clinton, right?
I like Hillary Clinton.
But just recently, I think last week it was, he conceded. Well, no, that's not true. He didn't concede defeat.
He said he was going to endorse. He endorsed Hillary and said he's going to vote for her.
Right. So he endorsed Hillary. He had an entire press conference, rally about it. And so now he's going to be campaigning with Hillary Clinton. Now, if you saw the Democratic platform, though it is the most progressive platform that has ever been, or whatever you believe about that, if this is the most progressive platform that we're going to get out of the Democratic Party, we need to go ahead and admit the Democratic Party is not progressive. It just isn't.
Yeah, part of what's now in the Democratic platform that wasn't there before is the minimum wage going to $15 and being indexed for inflation. There's also talk in there, strong language about the environment and making sure that we take care of it. What else am I missing? Because there was like one or two more things that were in the platform
it's pro-TPP, I believe, right? I think it's pro-TPP.
I think Bernie's side lost the battle on TPP.
Yes. And I think they also lost the battle on carbon tax.
I didn't see anything in there about carbon tax.
So, and I think I'm not sure if they actually, so they're a bit ambiguous in language, but the language pertaining to reinstating Glass-Steagall.
I didn't hear anything about that.
That's not going to happen. So basically, the fundamental issues that are going to shape the direction of society aren't in there. So anyway, so what we decided to do, us Bernie or bust folks, because I guess Hillary was expecting for everybody to jump aboard the Bernie train going to Hillary Town. We're actually going to get off at this stop called Jill Steinville. And we're going to stay there for until November, and we're going to be voting for Jill Stein. In fact, I'm not the only person who thinks so. Cornel West even vociferously disagreed with Bernie Sanders.
And keep in mind, Dr. Cornel West was a delegate of Bernie Sanders. He went to the platform planning committee as a delegate of Bernie Sanders. He has been fighting for Bernie Sanders. He's been opposed to Hillary and her foreign policy, her militarism, I believe he called it, which I agree with. And so for him to say, as a delegate, I'm not going to support Hillary as Bernie's done. I disagree with Bernie, and I understand where he's coming from. And then and these are Dr. Cornel West's words, basically. And he says, I'm going to now support Jill Stein. That's big. That says a lot.
He actually says, I have a deep love for my brother Bernie Sanders, but I disagree with him on Hillary Clinton, he writes. Her militarism makes the world a less safe place.
Yes, it
Clinton
does.
policies of the 1990s generated inequality, mass incarceration, privatization of schools, and Wall Street domination. That's Brother Cornel West.
Which leads us into a whole nother video and conversation we could do about why black people are supporting Hillary Clinton when we oppose the very things that it's almost like we oppose the things that happen as a result of her and Bill's positions, but we support her. But that's a whole nother conversation and very problematic, to say the least.
Problematic. It's almost kind of like it's inconsistent. Almost incompatible with reality and stuff. So Jill Stein is running. And so shortly after Bernie Sanders made his announcement that he's going to be campaigning with Hillary Clinton, guess what happened to Jill Stein's donations?
Went off the charts. She brought in
1,000%. She went Super Saiyan donations on Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. In fact, within 24 hours, I believe, the Green Party has received over 80,000 $20,000 in contributions within 24 hours of the announcements. Half of them are first-time donors, half of which comes in the form of contributions under $50. So she's probably getting those $27 that Bernie Sanders was getting.
And let me just mention, this is really important because I went to a Jill Stein event here in Atlanta a few weeks ago, if you see in our previous videos, and I think it's until August that they're doing a matching donation program.
Yep.
So if they brought in $80,000 just first time donations, just simply donations, that may get matched. And for a third party like the Green Party, who has a platform that is almost just like Bernie's. Like, for example, I did a political quiz on isidewith.com, which is a really good website to kind of figure out your political underpinnings. And for me, it said I agreed with Bernie Sanders 89%, but 88% was Jill Stein. Now, 87% was Hillary. And I was like, well, that's what she says that she supports. That's entirely different what she actually does. So I bring up that example to show you, at least for myself, that the Green Party is very, very similar to the progressive platform that Bernie has been pushing.
Absolutely.
So this is a big deal to get a lot of Bernie supporters going over to Jill Stein. It's that proof. If you look at our past video of voting for the lesser two evils and why we said that was stupid, people saying, oh, you have to vote for the lesser two evils. People are saying, no, we don't. We can vote for whoever we decide to. And if we decide that we're going to come together and make a strong third party, then that's what we're going to do. And frankly, I think that that's the beginning of politics getting better in this country, is when we have more than these two dreadful options.
Oh, my. Yeah, dreadful options is the least. And so let's look at the other option. I just wanted to point out just a few of the items on Jill Stein's platform for people, just so that they can understand this isn't some whimsical response by the Bernie Sanders supporters.
Right.
It's not as if they were just spurned and then now they're trying to retaliate or they're throwing a tantrum. No, it's always been about the issues, and I feel like that's sort of what many Hillary supporters are just missing. They just don't get it. They're so caught into their idolatry of the Hillary Clinton brand or the Clinton brand that they genuinely believe that, I guess, everyone has an authoritative mentality to where if simply Bernie Sanders responds in a way that's pleasant to Hillary Clinton, then everyone's going to respond to it. But it hasn't been about Bernie Sanders. It's not me. It's us. It's been about the issues.
That's a key part. I just want to touch on that. I think there's a misunderstanding because the fundamental structure of Hillary's campaign and support is very different than Bernie's. Hillary's support is people who want her and people who also don't want Trump. Yeah, so it's either I don't want Trump, therefore I want her, or I want more of what we had, therefore I support her, or I want a woman president, I support her. When Bernie's side is entirely different. It's not that people like Bernie, because Bernie is what many of us would consider to be the most consistent exemplification of the issues he's fighting for. So when but I still think he exemplifies those. I just think he doesn't want Trump anywhere near the White House. But if you look at what Bernie's platform has been, and then you see that he's been fighting for this for over 50 years, you see that there is this clear consistency between what he's fighting for and what he stands for and who he is. So when people think, oh, well, you should support what Hillary's doing because this is a cult of personality for Bernie supporters, it's not. This is not about Bernie. If Bernie walks away and says, I'm done with this, I'm still going to stand on the issues the way that I stand on the issues.